My dear young friends, it is an absolute delight to welcome you to our Ahmedabad headquarters. I hope all of you had a good flight coming in. I heard that many corporates are in panic as several meetings in Ahmedabad and Delhi have had to be cancelled as all flights had been taken over by a new secret group called Adani Digital Lab. I was also told that the average age of the passenger on the flights today set a new global record as youngest ever in aviation history. After a long time, our two second-generation promoters, my nephew Sagar Adani and my son Jit Adani, are smiling that they have finally have a people in the age group they can identify with. I'm also told that at the pace at which Nitin Sethi is hiring people, Adani Digital may soon overtake the rest of the Adani Group, and HR, as usual, is worried. My young friends, today is indeed inspiring. We are in the business of energy, and I must admit, I have never felt this energized before. We are in the business of moving things, and I must admit, I never felt this moved before. There has never been a younger audience in this auditorium. There has never been this much electrifying energy in this auditorium. This is the power of your generation. I look forward to each of you helping me in our transformational digital business ambitions. The journey of Adani Digital Labs has begun. The video you just saw was made in 2012 when we launched our transformation initiatives, like the fast and furious Ferrari in the video. When we have slowed down, it has only been to accelerate even harder. Enzo Ferrari used to say, "My motors have a soul." And in Ferrari's every model, I see a commitment, not just the world-class performance, but also equally to a philosophy of impeccable design and craftsmanship. And while the video clip symbolizes the fast and furious journey of the Adani Group, we must never lose the sight of the philosophy. Our soul must craft and define what we do. We must be the Ferrari of the digital world. It all started in January of this year, 2021. Two of our youngsters, Gaurav and Gajendra, from the business development team, presented the mock-up of a super app they had built. They represent the Adani culture. Every idea is a possibility. Seeing the demo unfold, it took me less than 30 minutes to decide that we must become a player in this space. We have an unmatched mix of 400 million end consumer that engage at multiple levels with an Adani products or service, spanning Adani Airports, Adani Wilmar, Adani Total Gas, Adani Reality, Adani Electricity, and Adani Financial Services. It was no-brainer that a unified digital platform-based approach was required to leverage the unprecedented possibility in this space. Thereafter, we onboarded Nitin as the first employee of Adani Digital Labs. On a very interesting day, April 1st, 2021. That is less than 5 months ago. Today, when I see 78 of you assembled here, it is hard to believe how quickly things have moved. Our Ferrari is headed to space. My young colleagues, let me set some context that should give you an idea about the group's incubation philosophy. Adani Digital Labs is a part of Adani Enterprises, which is possibly the largest parent incubators of its type in the world. Every one of our business mirrors the DNA of Adani Enterprises, including all our digital-related businesses that span data centers, industrial clouds, and now Adani Digital Labs. This style of fast incubation is an uncommon business model that we have uniquely refined over the years. Every consumer-focused B2C business we are now engaged with has emerged as a natural adjacencies of our B2B businesses. The fact is, the larger AEL becomes, the faster it will continue to incubate and more adjacencies it will create. My young friends, I find it fascinating to study the differences across generations and reflect on the behavior patterns that we will around us in the years ahead. After all, the largest segment of the population that we will serve over the next 2 decades will be the one you belong to today. A mix of the millennials and Z Gen that we will have the maximum purchasing power as well as the willingness to spend. I see your generation able to process information faster than anything we have ever witnessed. Living in a world of a constant updates, multitasking all the time, as comfortable with a digital chats as with a physical meetings. Believing shopping is a social experience, of the view that visiting a physical bank or a store is a waste of time. Willing to take the time to leave a reviews, trusting influencer far more than celebrities, and comfortable in consuming information in bit form as against long forms. You are the future of this nation, and therefore, who better than you to build Adani Digital Labs? The Adani Group is in a unique position. Today, our end consumer base is growing at a 15%. If we can onboard every consumer that is an Adani consumer on our digital platform, we will have over 1 billion consumers well before 2030. I expect you to get us there even quicker through a combination of accelerated organic expansion and a series of strategic partnerships. Adani Digital Labs is our path to directly reach 1 billion humans. Let us now talk about the Super App. Traditional Super App combine social sharing, messaging, communication, gaming, payment and travel, all in a single unified application. With mobile as the future, almost every service we consume, and with the price of a smartphone expected to drop dramatically, I have a very little doubt that every one of our own B2C businesses will be engagements driven on our mobile platforms. Therefore, the consumer insights we will obtain through a unified platform which offers an unmatched range of Adani owned services combined with a partner application on our Super App platform. When analyzed using techniques like machine learning, offer a dizzying set of possibilities. Another advantage lies in our app's identity. In my view, most other super apps are trying to become things they are not. Just as a Paytm or its equivalent payment gateway does not remind us of a shopping. WhatsApp does not remind us of our payments. In our case, right at launch, we will be able to tell our user exactly what we are an ecosystem of personalized offering that are unique. How frequently does someone fly? How much gas or electricity does someone consume? How regularly does someone cook? What type of real estate does someone prefer? We already have all this data. Combined with an attractive and extended loyalty program, the data allows us to provide far more value than the mass of our competitors out here. The level of personalization we will offer by leveraging algorithm-based micro adjacencies is simply unmatched. Our strength is being able to take advantage of what I call the markets of adjacencies. While we still have a lot of work to do for the onboarding process, our big leverage is that we do not have to buy consumers. We already have our existing consumers in the hundreds of millions and growing at a double digits. I am therefore confident we stand at the doorstep of the Adani brand becoming an inseparable part of billions of lives. My young friends, as we take this journey, we must remember that most of us in this auditorium are privileged. We have gotten so used to seeing a shopping cart icon on our apps that we tend to forget that half the country still does not have an idea what it entails. Millions of our people have never seen a GUI, never created a wish list, never clicked an app, never signed up for a service, never logged into an account, or never had a password to remember. The general worker, the small farmer, the food stall owner, the shopkeeper, the student, the educator, the grandmother, the commuter, we must design to connect with every human in India's vast ecosystems. We must design and build to be responsible and harness the power of digitization to provide every one of them access to benefits no other organization in the country has been able to or will be able to provide, and yet make sure what we respect their privacy. Keep in mind that waiting in the wings, not too different from your age group, are several 100 million youngsters who will go online in the years ahead. Their success will be crucial to define the success of India. Their first interaction with the possibilities of the internet will be through smartphone. And it is important that your vision includes this set of new users as we design our solutions. Help me solve this challenge where every Indian, no matter what their background, begin using the Adani SuperApp to lead a better life. And then we will have built the greatest, the most influential, and the most profitable super app in the world. There can be no vision bigger than this. My young friends, as we get ready to take another trip into uncharted waters for the Adani Group, I am often asked the question, why? Let me try to answer this question for all of you in three parts. First, aiming towards big, audacious targets is in itself motivating. Second, because of the scale that emerges through the process of thinking big, solution that otherwise may have seemed uneconomical or risky become feasible. And third, such a belief helps attract people like you who are excited to pull off massive challenges and take the journey with me. I have come to believe this is the only magic recipe for success. It is the people that take the trip with me and help me shape the journey that inspire me. And now all of you are a part of this journey. Given your age group, I have personally asked the youngest two of the Adani second generations, Sagar and Jeet, to be engaged with each of you. That being said, every single one of you has the absolute freedom to reach out to me directly. I expect to hear from you as you lead the way towards the next phase of our group's growth. Therefore, in closing, let me emphasize that Adani Digital Labs, the potential to be the biggest business we have built to date and be crucial part of our $1 trillion valuation ambition. The strongest reason for my confidence is you. Your youth, your skills, your backgrounds, and your enthusiasms add up to a potent mix that is personally energizing. I hope you believe as much as I that the Adani Group is the right platform for you to show India and the world what you can do. I wish you all the very best. Make us proud. Jai Hind.